So it's the first week in December, and as you can see, it's freezing. Um, I was going to start doing the toilet section today, um, but I need to cancel everything because I need to concentrate on the kids' bunk beds. Because if they don't work, I've got to change the whole lot to try and fit them in. So I need to make sure the plan that I've got for the bunk beds with the brackets is going to work. So this weekend is purely bunk beds for the kids. So hopefully all goes well. So as I've shown before, the brackets are by the side door, which will lift up, and these hold 60 kilogram of weight each, so they should be plenty for the kids. And then I'm going to run the bunk beds across to the above side of the wall, and here down the bottom I'm going to box in the diesel heater, and then down here I'm going to make like a storage box for the kids with some sort of shelving here, and then on top of the shelving is where the top bunk bed will rest, and the bottom bed will rest along here somewhere. I still haven't decided yet, so at the moment not good. So I've been out and bought some wood, and I've also bought some steel poles, because I don't know which way I'm going to do the bed yet, whether I use wood, which is a lot cheaper, or the poles, which cost a bit more, but they're easier to store. So because I'm limited to where I can store the beds when we're not using them, my plan is, when I've got the cupboards along the top here and the toilet section, I want to try and store the bunk beds along the top so they slot in above the cupboards. I was going to do it so there was one on either side, but I fitted these and I didn't even allow to stick them on, so they're both going to have to go on the same side. So let's see what happens. What I've done is smashing the place up. An angle clamp from B&Q. It's only £10, but it certainly saves a lot of time. So you just put 2 pieces of wood in there and screw away. So definitely time saving bit of tool. So I would recommend it. We'll see. Anyone wants to find out? So the main A-frame of it is built now. So get in there. Just need to work out what to do next. Right, so it's been about 3 degrees all day. I've just closed all the doors and I've put my diesel heater on for the first time. I had it taken out to start the build, so I could build the floor and take the bulkhead out and stuff. And now I'm at the point now where I have to get back in. So an old mate of mine, he took it out and he put it back in last weekend, and this is the first time I've had to use it, and wow, it's well nice. So there you go. I haven't I haven't fixed it in anywhere yet, because I'm going to box in underneath the seats, and then that'll be within the boxing in. So yeah, all good and warm. So I haven't really got much done today so far. Been trying to fathom how to do this, so I've just gone with no plan and just started hacking away, and hopefully it's turning out okay. But what this is here, this is where the stretcher beds will be supported. So I've cut out a section there which the one side will push up against, and then I've cut out another section here which will slot in, and then behind, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of wood to the bottom of the bunk bed, so when it slots over there it can't move. I'll either put it there or I'll put it on the other side on the bracket. I haven't decided that part yet. So yeah, what I've done is the gap here is 16 inches, and when I make the canvas bed I can use that then to determine how much to roll on of the canvas around the supports as well. So I want to try and make it nice and tight, so when she does sit on it, it's not just sagging down, because the last thing I want is her back or anything having the seat belt clips in her or anything like that. I've kept it as wide as I could so it doesn't hit the sofa, not the sofa, what is it, it's a rear seat, not a sofa. And then the same here, I've done it as wide as I could without affecting the passenger seats or the front driver's seat. So unfortunately that's as wide as I can go on the bottom one, but I'm hoping that it should be okay. It's for my daughter on the bottom one, so she's only 7, so she's only a dot, a bit like her dad. So should be alright, fingers crossed, all good. So on the bracket I've added a way to secure each side of the bed. But one slight problem though, I can't close the door. So now I'm going to have to take off that, otherwise the door won't shut. Never really thought that through, did I? On the positive side, the one bunk bed works and it holds my weight as well, which is good. So I'm currently laid on the bottom bunk and it's holding my weight, and I'm just under 11 stone. And even bouncing around, the whole van is moving. You can probably hear things squeaking and it's not budging. So it's definitely good, holding my weight. This bottom one will be for my daughter who's only 7, so it'll be perfect for her. And while I'm laying on it now, it is quite comfy and it's a bit more space than I thought, to be fair. Considering it's quite narrow, I think the actual canvas where you lie, it's only 16 inches wide. But no, it's quite, let's see if I can turn on this. Yeah, I can turn on the side, okay. All good. So, my head now is just touching the back here, and my feet are touching the window. So it wouldn't be good for an adult. I mean, I'm only about 5'10", I think, so it wouldn't be good for anyone taller. But for us, it's perfect. So I can actually lie here and get to sleep. So this one, it's a lot cheaper than buying bunk beds. I mean, obviously I've got support either side, which are only just normal buttons from B&Q. They were what, £2.97 each, something like that. And then the canvas, it was 150 by 2 meters, which was about £12. So I'll get the 2 bunk beds out of it, and I'll also get the canvas door handles for all the cupboards and the doors. So yeah, puts that 12 to say £6, £5, £10 for the whole stretcher style bed. So, and obviously I've made 2 of them, so I'm happy. And I think I might just have a little snooze. All good. Yeah, I did actually have a little 5 minutes. Yeah, so I think I need to crack on now and start building the next one. So I'll also show you how I done the canvas, the actual how I made it. I didn't do a video last night of this one. It's a good job because I made a huge mistake and I had glue everywhere. I took it in last night because it was so cold. I did it in the living room on the floor and there was glue everywhere. I made mistakes which I will show you. Simple little mistakes which you wouldn't even think of, but once you start gluing, it's game over. And I didn't fancy changing all of the back to allow for it because it was nearly an inch short. So, and it would have been too short then, I think. So yeah, I'll show you shortly how I made them. So I've taken it off now. Got a nice dirty, un-vapor barriered section now. So I'm gonna have to fill that in, sort that out. But at least the door shuts now while the bed's up. So let's take this off so I can show you. It's all loose at the moment because I still need to do the boxing in as well. Just needed to make sure that the bed's actually worked before I carried on. So with this, obviously it looks a bit of a mess at the moment. That what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the 4-way stretch carpet across it, so you won't see none of the wood. I might still fill this part in as well, just so like that whole part there is flush. Obviously it might be easier to carpet it that way as well. I'll soon find out once I start putting the carpet on there. But yeah, I'll carpet all the back as well. And the side here, I've still got some clasps from when I done the cupboards on the doors. So what I might do, I might put a clasp on here so it holds tight whilst we're driving. Because the last thing I want is flopping around and causing too much noise while we're driving. So nice clasp on there, that'll be secure. So yeah, that is the prototype, and that's what I'll be doing for the second one as well. Luckily that one's higher up, so I haven't got to take that one off. So yeah, once I get that done, I can start on the bulkhead then. So I've got my switch for the diesel heater ready to go in. I've got another socket which I'm putting up in the corner because that one is going to be doing the reverse camera. I needed a reverse camera for the back of the doors because I've got a tow bar and I've got a massive step. I mean, I've driven vans for the last, 18 years, but I've never had a tow bar or nothing on the back, and it's a little bit harder to judge. And especially when I'm reversing right up against the garage doors, I don't fancy smashing into them again. So, yeah, all good so far. And now I just need to try and sort out the top bunk, and then sort out all the boxing in, because down here it's going to be storage for the kids, for any board games, any books, stuff like that. And then between here I'll have like another shelf as well, so they can put books and stuff on. The back of the kitchen here, the side of the seat, I'm going to put like one of them net storage parts as well, where they can put their tabs while we're driving and stuff. So I've got a waterproof canvas material. It was on eBay or Amazon. I'll double check that and write it down. But it was £12 for a 1.5 by 2 metre wide sheet. So out of that I can get my 2 canvas stretch style beds, and also this is what's left over, full width by about 70 centimeters, which will then be used for the handles and stuff in the kitchen area and the overhead cupboards. So what I've done is, this is all glue from yesterday. It's going to be covered anyway, so it won't be on show. I've marked the end of it, which will butt up against the edge, just so I know it's staying on straight. And then what I've done is I marked number 1 there, just so I can see how many times it turns. So that's along the edge. Roll it, and then I know then that the number 1 underneath is covered twice. So I've marked that there. And then what I've done then is, where's my mark? I can't find my mark now. There. I've marked 49 centimeters from there to there, because then that's how wide the canvas will be for the bed. So as I glue this up, I will roll it around, then it will end up on that line. Then the same again for that side. But I messed up on the first one, on the bottom bunk bed, because I marked it like this way, but I didn't allow for the extra of the canvas as I'm rolling it around. So as I rolled it around, it went over the line, and then same again on the other side, and I lost nearly an inch. So you're always better off allowing extra in the centre, so that line, I won't come off that one. I'll mark it again once I've rolled this side up, and then I'll do the other side. So what I've done here is I've put some pins in the first line just so the batten doesn't move, and once I start gluing it, it will stay in place rather than sliding around. It just makes it a bit easier. There's one side done. So basically what I did was, see, I pinned the first line, then I used the Sikaflex, little beads of Sikaflex going down. Then as I turned it, I pushed all the air out. Then I went along with the can of spray just to push the air out and spread the glue across so there's no bubbles in there. Try and make it a bit tighter. So there is many other different glues you can use. There'll be loads of arts and crafts ones you can use, but I've used Sikaflex because I've got it left over from the build, and it's good, and it goes up pretty quick as well. So yeah, start the second side now. Do it this way as well. Make sure when you put the batten in place, you can't see that, can you? When you put your line down, make sure the batten's the way that you want it to be, because I've just put it down the opposite way and rolled it back. So when I glue it and roll it back to where it needs to go, it would have been thinner, whereas I need it to be that way. So nearly forgot it. There we go. Second one all done, nice and clean. And with using the spray, it helps give nice tidy lines along the edges. So that's a bit bubbly there, but I can go over that now. It's still setting, so I can push over that. And the beauty about this, because it is waterproof as well, the type of canvas it is, it's perfect because bits of glue like that, once it's dry, just a wet wipe and it'll come straight off. So second one's all done, all good. I'll give it about an hour, let it all set, and then I can put it in then just to see if it works. So along the edges, it's not going to be wood on show. I'm going to use a bit of the 4-way stretch carpet to go around the edges, so there'll be no wood on show, and obviously the carpet will match the canvas then. So I've just finished the top bunk bed. I'm going to be bringing it in a minute. I'm just nervous in case it breaks and I fall, so hoping all is good. Just got to let it dry for a little bit longer now because I don't want to sit on it and then obviously unravel. So fingers crossed. So if you like the video so far, please subscribe, please like, and if you don't like it, feel free to tell me. I'm happy, I don't mind. All comments are welcome. Cheers. Right, so I finished the top bunk now. I haven't yet tried this, so I'm hoping that it works. If not, I get to fall and make a fool of myself. So wish me luck. But it fits in. I just had to sand some of the edges down because it was a bit quite a bit tough to get it in, so I might have to sand a bit down just so it slots in a bit easier. Move any sharp objects in case I fall. That's a lot stronger than I thought. Now I've got to try and get down. That was quite scary. It works fine. As I say, I'm 11 stone, so that there should be okay for my son. So, and what I've got from the bunk bed that I was given, I've kept the ladder because I'm going to do something so it's easier for him to get up to the top bunk. I don't know whether I'm going to do that, or because the kids can't get in the van by themselves, I'm going to need like a double step so they can get in the van. So I might just utilise that and just use that, and then you can put a foot on top of the kitchen area to get on. Just saves me trying to store a ladder then in a small van. So I've actually shaken because I thought, well, I need a bit more faith in myself, but I was worried in case it broke. So, but it holds my weight. So, all good. Right. Obviously I had the steps for you there, won't I? Mm-hmm. But if you lean on that as well, put your knee on there, put your knee on it.
Yep. No bouncing yet though, okay? Lie down then. How's that?
It's cold.
Cold. Go on then, do you need a hand or can you get in?
I put it down on the slipper.
Let's go behind you first.
Hey!
I'm just gonna
I'm a perk.
so
Oh, that's it! That's it!
what do you reckon then?
Hold it!
Go.
I could go all the way down if I wanted to.
Yeah. Yeah, you got the whole length, haven't
Hello,
you?
stranger.
I won't do that, mate, because then you can pinch your bottom.
Stop it!
Is it good?
Yes, I like it!
You like it?
Stop it! Stop it, man!
So that's the end of the bunk bed video. Thought I'd end it with a price up on how much it's cost me. The brackets were £16 off Amazon. They're 16 inches long, the folding brackets. The canvas was £12 from eBay, and that was for 1.5 by 2 metre sheet. Which has done both of them, and I've got loads left over for other stuff that I'm using. The wood battens from B&Q, I bought them in a pack of 8, I think. It worked out about £2.50 each. It's about £10. So all in all, it's cost me about £39 to do the 2 bunk beds. So it's not bad, quite cheap, and they will be stored above the cupboards once I do the passenger side cupboards. So all good. Thank you for watching. I hope this has helped in some way, and I'm glad I never fail. And see you soon. Take care.